had a profound influence on me and my work in human rights. He was my inspiration, my mentor, kept me on track, bugged me endlessly to do the right thing. All of these things are part of it. And the one thing I can say about it is all of our work together on human rights issues, on the community walk, which he founded, I always enjoyed it because we were talking about getting more people involved or talking to a sponsor or things like this. And Ghazi was like, well, I know them. They used to be a student of mine. And he would go talk to them, get them to participate, all of these kinds of things. So they are integral to this community. They're a major part of its foundation. And they will always be a major part of this foundation, and so that's why this bench is a wonderful thing, so that new people to the community can see the bench dedication, want to know who they are, we can all tell them, and so they can know what a major and important part of this community they've always been and always will be. And so thanks to both of you, and we'll miss you immensely. But like I said, you'll be coming back, and I know I'll still get emails from Ghazi. So.
The comment about Ghazi coming back is also supported by a new study on global warming. That it seems like there are going to be a series of tornadoes originating in Atlanta headed west. We will. Well, would you like to say a few words?
I have already spoken, but I'll say again how much we're going to miss you, how much you've inspired us, both of you. And I think a couple of things that Rula said, you've taught us patience and persistence, but also to be vigilant, whether it's homophobia or anti-Semitism or Islamophobia. We have to be vigilant, we have to be ready to be proactive and also sometimes reactive in a peaceful way. And we thank you for having us and miss you. Thank you.
Would anyone else like to say a word? Giving you an opportunity. Yes, please.
When 9/11 happened and the new year was approaching, I was formulating a New Year's resolution. And as a student of the world religions, I have to say that I'm weak in a number of these religions, and Islam was one of my weaker areas. And then I started getting emails from Ghazi and also friendly suggestions. And my resolution was lagging for a while until I was inspired by Ghazi's broad interdisciplinary work in economic history, the history of Islam, Islamic influences on Western civilization. You gave me a reference to Thomas Jefferson reading Islamic law, just countless sorts of tidbits like that. So Ghazi, I will be forever grateful to you for moving me in the right direction. The other thing that I like to talk about is that I had his eldest son in my philosophy class, and I think Ghazi was just like my father one time way back when I switched from science to philosophy at Oregon State University. He was very, very concerned. And I knew you were concerned as well, Ghazi, about what information or new ideas would creep into your eldest sons. But I think you have no regrets now. Asif, I didn't get to know the other son as well, but he also majored in philosophy. So, but good luck to you both, and we will miss you terribly.
Thank you. Thank you. I'd like to ask Representative Ringo to make a few comments.
Oh.
Now that she has achieved a great honor statewide as having the lowest score on the Freedom Foundation scale.
Well, I want you to know there was fierce competition for that award because in my Democrat caucus in Boise, we have a traveling trophy for the lowest score from the Freedom Foundation, so I was particularly honored to get it. But I'm honored to be asked to say a few words about Ghazi. I knew him a while ago as a tennis partner. I don't think we were any good, were we? But you were better than I was. We had a lot of fun. And I did have both of your two sons in my math class at Moscow High School. But I think it always gives us a terribly empty feeling when we know that a couple that we have cherished so much decide that they need to move on. And I know how these family matters are. Sometimes there's just a pull to do that. But it is going to leave a hole in our hearts. But I think that this bench, as it represents permanence for us, also can represent the permanent influence that you two will have on us. So even though we'll miss you, we won't forget what you've meant to us. Best wishes to you.
I considered working with Ghazi and others on Community Walk to really be lots of fun. And Ghazi and I and several others from the Walk committee met with Governor Otter on 2 occasions, and he issued a proclamation supporting the Community Walk. He was very interested in making that we got the word out to other towns and across the United States. I think, Nancy, that there was an article that appeared in one of the magazines,
Planning Magazine.
Right. So, and I remember one comment after Ghazi went out of the room, and Governor Otter said, "We need more professors like Ghazi." Well, that was a very, for Butch, a very insightful comment. And of course, the work that Ghazi has promoted with human rights, I can't help but think of, and you know, it covers everything from sexual orientation to access, disabilities, the whole lot. And I think Joanna and I were at a meeting down in Pocatello about a month ago. And the first evening we were there, the Pocatello City Council was debating whether or not to pass a non-discrimination ordinance. And it failed on a 4-3 vote. And I reflected back in terms of the contributions of Ghazi and Roxana and the educational efforts here in the community and developing a broad base of understanding of the importance of this type of fairness and equity to the citizens in our area. And so when the Moscow Chamber, although an asterisk of shutting people out from testifying, it did pass 6-0. So that to me was an affirmation of all the work that Ghazi has done. They often say, Ghazi, you've been on a 50-year voyage here in Moscow. You're now headed to another destination. Many times people come into our lives and only leave a faint imprint. But you and Roxana have left a very heavy imprint on our hearts. And we will not forget you because our souls are intermingled. And I think that you and Roxana are truly citizens of the world. And when you come back, please let us know. Keep in touch with us by email, because I know we'll be looking for advice from you. Thank you.